I always start the day with egg. In the Christian faith, the egg is symbolic of rebirth, of new life and resurrection. It is truly remarkable, and so I consume 6 without the yolks to avoid any unnecessary fats. Next, a bowl of protein porridge and semi-skimmed milk, again avoiding unnecessary fats to aid in muscle growth, recovery, and repair. Pre-workout exists as a powder formed only of caffeine and the most potent stimulants. I mix 1 scoop with creatine powder and water before each workout. If I feel particularly sluggish, I may take 1.5 scoops, although this isn't recommended due to risk of cardiac arrest. The first step of any successful workout is the decompression of the spine after sleep. I get at least 9 to 10 hours of sleep per night to allow for my 16-hour fasting window to be maintained. At last we can begin. I wasn't always like this. Every time I look in the mirror, I still see him. 11-year-old Jake, overweight and unhappy, then 14-year-old Jake, skinny, fat and still miserable. I can't ever let myself regress, can't ever stop, lest I become like them, like I was. My workouts require me to keep my body constantly fueled, and so I must meet a certain calorie quota in order to make progress. For lunch, I prepare an omelette consisting of ham, chicken, and cheese. The fats in both the cheese and the yolks can be forgiven here, as it is essential that exactly 102 grams of fat is consumed in my daily diet. This is inconsequential when compared to the 150 grams of protein I must consume and the 400 grams of carbs. Sometimes, when the pre-workout wears off, I am not as observant or as careful. I'm sure this won't happen again. I am not alarmed. This happens often. I keep sanitary wipes on hand for this sort of thing. However, I must finish my set before I can clear up. I will not cheat myself. For the final time, I enter the kitchen and prepare myself a simple dinner. No longer is there any joy in food. What I consume is just a means to an end, and that end will be the day when I can determine that I have reached peak physical performance. That day is yet nowhere in sight. I must work harder. I lied. I no longer succeed in getting 9 to 10 hours of sleep a night. It was possible before, yet now the probability of me getting even 6 hours of sleep is perhaps 1 in 4. I don't turn off. At last I am fatigued enough to rest. I am undoubtedly lethargic from last night's workout. My muscles still ache and I felt compelled to stay in bed this morning. I ignored this compulsion. Today the omelette tastes different. Something about the meat seems odd. Of course, smoked ham. How could I have been so careless? In my haste, I must have purchased the wrong ham. Each slice is an additional 30 calories compared to my regular unprocessed, unsmoked version. A disaster.